Welcome back to the show. We remain on that topic, talking about yoga, and what a small world. I think everybody in our green room today actually knows each other, because as Jazz left, she turns and goes, "Oh my God, Shelley, it's you." Shelley Murdock joins me on the show. She is also a yoga teacher, personal trainer, group fitness instructor, author, by the way, of this fabulous book, which we'll talk about as well. Welcome. Great to have you here.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm so excited.
Shelley, we talked to Jazz about sort of her introduction to yoga. Tell me about yours.
Mine's more of a funny story.
Okay, I like funny stories.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm a mixed martial artist, Taekwondo. I'm a marathon runner. I like everything, used to like everything, all out, all the time.
Okay.
And about 20 years ago, my teenage daughter asked me to go to yoga with her to try it, and I went, oh.
I had that same reaction, by the way, when my wife asked me to do yoga, 100%.
Yep. And I rolled my eyes and I thought, well, okay, but you never say no when your teenager asks you something, right? So I said, okay, but can we rollerblade there and back? At least mommy gets her fix.
Yeah.
And the moment I started, I loved it. And I fell in love with it. It brought me to a place of calmness and peace, even though it was similar to martial arts, to boxing, to running, where that breath takes you into another place, where you focus on only your breath and everything else around you just melts away.
Yeah, and it's interesting, you know, from your perspective, being a go person, and then, you know, getting into yoga. What changed in that? Like, did you continue to do? I imagine you could, but did your body change in ways that you weren't expecting?
Oh yes, because it prolonged running, it prolonged kickboxing, it prolonged Taekwondo. It gave me that space to rest and restore in between, which is what we need for our bodies really to be there. It's kind of a yin and the yang.
Right.
You need that strong, and you have to get soft and pliable before you can give that hard and that push, right?
Right.
And it increases your range of motion, which is really, truly important. So getting that grace of movement, that full movement. So when I would do my workouts, my runs, my weight training sessions, running up the stairs, wearing ankle weights, you know, doing that to get stronger, then I would appreciate the yoga classes where I just tuned into my body and breathed and let everything go.
You're going to give us some demos today, right? And why don't we do that, and we can continue our conversation while we do some demonstrations here.
Absolutely. So the first thing I always talk about is warm-ups and range of motion.
Okay, let me just take this
jacket. Come get cozy, get comfy.
Yeah, exactly.
Come onto the mat. And I always say when we come onto the mat is you want to find your sweet spot, your Goldilocks spot. So it's how you feel today, not how you felt when you woke up this morning. So let's come down to the mat. We'll just take in our regular cat and cows.
All right.
So you can use this as a warm-up, a yoga pose. Spread your fingers nice and wide.
Okay.
And press into the heels of the hands.
All right.
And press into the index fingers and feel like your index finger and your thumb are pressing down that webbing in between. Traction your hands down. Now imagine you have a blueberry, one of those New Jersey ones, the big ones under, not Lac Saint Jean, those sweet ones, right? So you don't want to crush it.
Right.
I want you to tuck your toes under, give a little love to the back line of your feet, spread your sits bones. Belly is soft. And as you draw the heart through, inhale, nice little stretch. And as you press through the heels of the hands, dome up your palm, exhale, navel to spine, round in. Nice stretch. So you can take it as deep or as, you know, mellow as you wish.
Right.
Draw your inhale through. So when you warm up before you do a workout, exhale. You want to make sure that you come into some dynamic stretching.
And what do you mean by that? What's
So dynamic is moving. So you want to find a movement, and you don't want to be static holding one's position for a long time.
Right.
So before you run, before you work out, the purpose of a warm-up is to get your mind mentally prepared. It's also to warm up the muscles, prepare the body for a workout. So a warm-up is about 40 to 60% effort. You don't want to give it all. You just want to do it nice and slow. Everybody's eager to get in there, but preventing injury.
Guilty. Guilty as charged,
Yeah, so that's what you kind of want to do. So after you've done a couple of 6 to 8 rounds of cow and cat, you just want to untuck the toes a little. I just like to tuck the toes, get the feet in.
Okay.
So from here, you're going to step the right foot to right pinky.
All right.
Now, use your blocks if you like under your hands. The blocks are always there. Yeah.
Just to give you, in case you can't get down that far.
And a lot of folks, it's not accessible for them. So you want to bring it down nice and easy. You can bring your hands underneath and just bring yourself into a little bit of adductor rock. So turn your toes out just a wee bit. And bring the block
that way?
Nope, towards the right.
Yeah.
And bring the blocks underneath your shoulders.
Okay.
Nope, right in here in front.
Okay.
Yep. There you go.
This is why you're here.
And then just rock back and forth a little bit. Forward
We're down to
and back.
30 seconds? Oh, two and a
wow.
half. No,
Oh,
two and a
wow.
half. We got lots of
We
time.
got lots of time. So just rock back and then just
Okay.
take a big stretch all the way up. Lift up, stretch up. And you're going to thread it through underneath, calm and easy to your body. And then take it back up. And you're going to do that a few times. 2 or 3,
Okay.
see how it feels. And after you do that a few times, nice and smooth, opens up through the heart. Opens up.
It tests your balance, too.
It does.
Guess what
because-
I've learned?
What?
I need better balance.
Yes, and that's what you need to work on for all
For
of us.
sure,
But-
because one of your perspectives, which
Yeah.
I thought was very interesting, getting into yoga, was that you probably knew this before, but any movement is good movement.
Exactly.
Right?
Precisely. Any
Sometimes we
movement is
get
good
older and
movement.
sure we can't do the same thing, but then we stop moving and we become sedentary. What are we doing? We're watching Netflix and
Yeah.
whatever is Disney Plus, streaming all these services
Yeah.
and doing nothing. Your perspective is do something while you're doing that.
Exactly.
Right?
So let's say we are watching Netflix. Just hang out.
Okay.
I'm going to show you.
We're watching Netflix.
We're watching
folks.
Netflix.
What show are you watching?
Mustard Dogs. I like
Oh,
mustard
really?
dogs. Yeah.
Okay.
So-
How are you? I don't know if I can do that. man.
See if it is, plus you're in jeans, right? So you want
Well,
to bring
that's
the
true.
one leg across. That's good enough. You
Okay.
just bring your balance
that's
right
not
here.
bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just allowing yourself to drop in. So when you're here, you're just watching your TV, taking a moment, you're stretching internally and externally rotating your hip. You can walk yourself forward a little bit, see how that feels.
Okay.
Just hang out there for a little bit, and you can, if you want, you can use your blocks under your hands. Bring
Okay.
them under. And bring your hands. You can bring your elbows there. Just hinging forward, right onto the blocks.
Oh, onto
there
the
you
block.
go, right onto the block.
Before I run out of time, you've
Yeah.
written a fabulous book.
I have.
showcased it early on, but I didn't get a close-up on. Tell everybody about the book and how they can get a copy here.
The book is a wonderful book. It's about sustaining. Sorry, a little bias there. It is a book for beginners in fitness, women over 50. It really can be for anyone. It's a beginner's fitness book.
Okay.
It's also for people who get injured. Just as you said, as we get older, we forget to take care of our bodies,
Right.
and we sit down more. Now, sitting sedentary, my belief is active aging versus
I
sedentary
love
aging.
that. And to pick up a copy of the book?
Amazon. It's on Amazon.
There
You can
go.
find it there.
Wonderful. Thank you so much
Thank
for joining
you.
us, Shelley. Really appreciate it.
Join me on the mat.
We'll be back with more right after this. Shelley Murdock, I wanted to point out Healthy and Fit for Life. Her book is available on Amazon, so of course you can find it on Amazon in other bookstores, but a big thanks to Shelley. And remember that idea that Shelley shared with us is, you know what, any movement is great movement. We become so sedentary and sitting in front of our TV, so just start off slowly and start working out. You can get in touch with Shelley on Facebook, on social media at Shelley Murdock. You can just look her up.